Hey, what's going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back playing some more of the Council. We're trying to figure out what happened to the murder, or during the murder. Peru's room. Now, he doesn't like us. Old Peru. He's not a happy bunny. Look at him.
What do you want from me, Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
Let's search a room and then we'll come back to this. God, he's a miserable bastard.
A pattern with 4 circles.
I don't have the key. Okay.
Nice decor for a Revolutionary Tribunal judge's room.
Wowza.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents?
So someone was trying to make a point of something.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
I think you might be right. I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point, in this point in time, I am a prisoner snared by my own decisions. You must be protected. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. I thought I knew monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see a way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. I mean, that sounds like a letter written by Elizabeth. Keep getting Emily and Elizabeth mixed up. Which is not good if you're the one investigating the murder. Could really love to get that extra point in...
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
Yeah, I'd love to get that extra point in subterfuge so I can start picking locks without having to... shoes. Shoes. Check his shoes. Is there blood on the bottom of his shoes? I want to see. Wait, shoes. God damn it. We'll do that in a second because we'll be able to see vulnerabilities. Okay, we've got the lock, the key,
Dear
even.
friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
I really want to check his shoes. I mean, it seems weird that there's like cloth and towels and stuff around and his shoes are just there. Doesn't it? Okay. So let's be careful not to overindulge. Right, let's get back to him and maybe use some skill points with him.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations, you've wrapped up the investigation.
He's not a happy bunny.
All right, have you finished?
No.
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few
Jesus.
questions. You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself. I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
Let's search this little box.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Okay. Ooh.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Devil's Fawn.
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Let's get these points back and
All
then
right, have you finished?
let's push him a little bit, I guess.
I'd like you to answer a few questions.
It's going to cost 4 points. Next skill use is 3. That seems like a...
2 days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams. What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're Investigator of the Year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Deriche?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Go on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
I haven't really found out anything at all.
Goodbye, sir.
So he's got a
Shall we
letter.
begin?
Probably.
Didn't really find out anything at all. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Any more rooms? Have I done them all? Okay, still more.
The alchemist is a young man. The signs of obscurantism. The sorrows of young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me. But I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever-obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
Also, just thinking about this, the knife could have been held in someone's hand.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Someone could have held Elizabeth's hand round the knife and stabbed her with it? Maybe?
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
A fragment of amber.
Hooray! We've got amber. I think that gives us more skill points. I
The
think.
alchemist is an old man.
Right, what have you got to say for yourself?
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. Did you see how many tattoos Miss Adams had on her?
Of course. Who wouldn't have noticed?
Yes, but I'm sure that an expert like yourself must have an opinion on the subject.
I do. She was seeking to imprison something inside her. Her own body had become a sort of prison.
She wanted to protect herself. Is that what you're saying?
Elizabeth was a flame, a candle in the night. And like all candles in the night, she was surrounded by darkness, by her demons. Call it what you will. One thing is for sure. She struggled against hell and high water not to let her flame go out.
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now. I get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
It was her. It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
You loved her, didn't you?
That is none of your damn business.
Your feelings betray you, sir.
So what? Yes, I loved her, like a moth loves the flame of a candle. That's why we could never be together.
I mean, he's not really going to tell me too much, is he? But there's a lot of options here.
Please, tell me a little more about the nature of your relationship.
That is a personal matter, monsieur.
Yes, that is true. So, tell me.
All right. It was passion. That's why we couldn't stay together. It scared her.
We finished.
Hmm.
I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
I'm not sure I'm any closer to... Ah.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Got some stuff. What have I got? What did I get? Is it over here? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Who am I looking for over here? You. Said I unlocked some stuff, but I don't know what it was. That mysterious... Ah, okay, so new books, were they? Is that what they were? So we could search that. We know zinc has been the answer to our little riddle. He loves his zinc. Okay, let's move on. I'm not sure I'm any closer to figuring out what the hell happened. And I think, was that the last room? What about Mortimer and Gregory and that lot? So we know that when they were playing cards, that they didn't play until the time the clock stopped. I mean, obviously the clock could have stopped prior to any of this stuff. Can't go in my own room, man. I wonder if we can go downstairs. No, we can't. Okay. And I can't push him anymore, I don't think.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Now we know he was immune to this, but let's ask him the
Let's get
question
right to
anyway.
it. Are you Elizabeth Adams' murderer?
That is for you to prove, if I'm not mistaken, boy. You weren't expecting me to do all the legwork for you, were you? Lazy man.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
Probably indeed. Let's just have another read of this letter. So this is a letter he was writing, rather than... Okay. I guess we head back to Mortimer? I don't know. Guess I'm not allowed down these stairs either, no. So I think it's only up the stairs I can go. wherever they were. Over here, I think. Let's just have a look at the inventory. Is there anything in here that might help us? I'm not sure. I mean, we haven't been able to ask him any questions. That still I find very interesting. Got anything else to say?
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
I do remember.
Oh, don't
still.
worry. He's on the list of suspects.
So let's have a little review of what's going on. Is there anything? Our journal doesn't give us anything else other than yeah. So let's have a little review. So we know that potentially my mother was in the room, or at least part of her dress. We know that someone doesn't have a gun. Now, Bonaparte says he only carries one gun, and Peru won't let us look at any guns.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Another four-letter word. Can't be zinc again. No. AC. Okay. Don't know for now. So yeah, we know that Bonaparte potentially has got the one gun that he carries, and Peru won't let us have a look at his gun. We know she was stabbed and the knife was held by a woman's hand, but it could have been someone holding the gun, the knife in her hand and using it. Maybe. We know that they were standing behind her and that they were standing up, which indicates to me that it could have been either someone who was able to get very close to her, or someone who who snuck up upon her. But there was a struggle. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Hello, buddy. Wish me luck, everybody.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
Knowing my mother, she would be the cat.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far. Yet he told me that you had spoken and that you hadn't been able to reach an understanding.
That's putting it mildly. Monsieur Bonaparte is one of those guys who only understands people who think like he does.
Ah, I see what you mean. He is indeed rather inflexible when it comes to certain subjects. But I am still of the opinion that you can manage to get along.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
If only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she is wary of someone.
Well, certainly. But whom? The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. von Wollner, and myself.
And what about Mr. von Wollner? Do you know him well?
To be honest, not really. He's closer to Gregory. I'm not the one who invited him.
What I know of him is what they say in high society salons. He's a man who manages to form alliances with the right people when it's necessary. As a minister of the church, he actively repressed the religions of the book and the spirit of the Enlightenment. And, if I'm not mistaken, he has a passion for alchemy.
But then, I must admit, he is rather evasive and not very talkative, at least toward me.
I'd like to have a word with him if I get the chance. He might be able to tell me more about my mother's last days with you.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
The armistice between the Russians and the Turks. Russia's come out of it having officially won Crimea, which gives it direct access to the Black Sea.
And, at the same time, the Mediterranean Sea. I'm worried about the decisions Tsarina Catherine might decide to take. She's a woman who managed to get rid of her husband to accede to the upper reaches of power. Gaining access to the Mediterranean Sea remains her main objective. When she still had that dear Potemkin as her lover, I could always find out about her intentions, but those days are over.
You're speaking of Grigory Alexandrovich Potemkin?
The very man. The little devil behind the mother of all Russians. Since his death, I know absolutely nothing of what the Tsarina is up to.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes. I didn't mean to shock you. Please forgive me. Let's just say that, in my position, it is often advantageous to know about the habits and customs of world leaders.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, that's very kind of you. Well.
The room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
Well. I'm even more confused now. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. I don't know if saying I don't have a suspect was the right thing to do. Please let me know your thoughts. And we will pick this up again soon. Thank you.